My name is Doug Levins, and I'm the head paratriathlon coach for Gaylord Hospital and the Gaylord Sports Association. There's actually many different categories in the paratriathlon based on a person's disability. It can be someone that is sight affected, where they have either minimal sight or no sight at all. It can be someone who has either amputation or lack of mobility in one or more of their appendages.
There are people who are quadriplegics who did the triathlon this year. There's people that are completely blind who've done the triathlon. There's people who are double amputees who have done it. It's open to anyone and anything is possible because we have the equipment at Gaylord to do it, and we have the people who want to support, and we also have the training. So it makes the program really unique. I had never even heard of a hand cycle. I had never even heard of a push rim. I had never even seen somebody who is blind run or bike. So just being in the program itself gives you exposure to even knowing that this equipment exists. When you start with the program, it's kind of like trial and error, trying to find out what equipment is best for you, which hand cycle is best for you, or recumbents. Katie has those as well. I didn't even know they existed.
Really is a different race for every athlete, because based on what their limitations are, that's going to determine what type of equipment they use. The biggest hurdle to any athlete getting into the sport, whether it's para-athlete or a regular athlete, is that triathlon equipment is expensive, because bikes, hand cycles, and the push chairs are very expensive. They're specific pieces of equipment. They cost money to maintain as well, and it's not necessarily in someone's budget, especially if they're just getting into the sport. You know, if they want to try and decide if they want to do it, that's what's great about the Gaylord program, is they have several pieces of equipment that they can loan out to athletes. The problem is when you get a large group of athletes that are interested in the sport and you only have so much equipment, then you have to pick and choose who can use the equipment. And then, because athletes are all different sizes, we may have 3 chairs or hand cycles that they can use, but they may not be the right size. Just because you have a piece of equipment doesn't mean it's going to fit for the athlete. And that's one of the biggest challenges, is finding, you know, the athlete and the equipment and getting them to go together so that they work.
Next year, I'll definitely be there. Last year, I had a really good season, so I'm hoping that, again, I just continue to get better. I did do an Olympic triathlon, which is double the length of the sprint. So I want to do an Ironman. I want to do a half Ironman, so I've been working up to that. But this program really gives me a good basis.
I'll give you a perfect example of how it really made me think about the whole sport. Was with my able-bodied athletes, I talk a lot about mental toughness. And when I started doing my preparations for the coaching, I was planning on doing a mental toughness talk with the para-athletes. And after being with them for a couple of weeks, I said, you know what? I don't need to do mental toughness. Like, this is every day of their life. Like, if I were in their position, I'm not sure how I would do. And the fact that they're here, the fact that they're competing, they already understand mental toughness. It's there. You know, it's like in their DNA, and that's why they're here doing all these sports at Gaylord, is because they are tough.